Now, it should be obvious here that, yeah, Fee needs to come along with this one. What's that? Can't sense anything spiritual from it. Neither can I. I think it's just ordinary paint. Whatever it is, what's it doing on this door? I'm pretty sure it's meant to signify a battle will take place on the other side. Better be ready before going in. Right. Onward. Feels bad to just make it split in half as we go through.
Wow, talk about quick.
You've been advancing the castle at an impressive rate.
I have been here before.
There they are.
I suspected as much.
Fee.
I knew it was you two. I thought you were busy over in the west.
We were, but Duke Cayenne called us back here yesterday.
Fortunate, as that allows us this chance to settle things with you.
True.
You okay, Fee?
Don't worry about me. I've got no more hesitations. I want to know what happened a year ago. Why you all left me behind after the boss died. Where the others are. What they're doing now. I've wanted those answers for a long time. And today, I want you to give me them.
Well, I don't think it'd hurt to tell her something. She's made it this far. She deserves a reward, don't you think?
Perhaps so. The reason we left you behind was because that was the boss's will.
His will?
Before he went to settle things with the Red Constellation's war god, he gave us a message. He told us if he died in that battle, we should get you out of the core once and for all.
As you may be aware, the boss was opposed to you being an active part of the core from the start. I imagine he thought it was a good time to stop you from remaining a part of it any longer.
He'd also figured out that the guild got wind of his duel, so he told us to try and make sure the Purple Lightning would find you and take you in.
It's hard to believe we're talking about the leader of a major Jaeger Corps here.
He's a man worthy of his title for bearing so much concern for his subordinates.
As for the other question, the one about where the others are and what they're doing,
That we can't answer. Surely that comes as no surprise. You're no longer part of the core. Outsiders have no business being kept abreast of our internal affairs.
still, if you really want to know, you could always beat it out of us. That's how us Jaegers do business, right?
Back before I joined Class 7, I always had to rely on others to protect me. When I was left wandering battlefields with nowhere to go, I only survived because the boss cared for me. When I fought battle after battle for the Corps, I only lived to see another day because of the things you two taught me. And when you left me behind, I only got by because Sarah rescued me. One misstep was all it would have taken for me to lose my way. But ever since enrolling at the academy, I've finally been able to work towards changing that. Now I'm no longer completely reliant on others. I can stand on my own 2 feet. I've become someone capable of protecting the family I treasure, instead of hopelessly being protected by them. And I was able to prove that too. Because when I was separated from everyone this time, I was able to fight to take them, and everything else I lost, back again.
Fee.
You sure did. I'm not the girl you knew anymore. I'm no longer a child who can't do anything alone, who can't decide anything for herself. It doesn't matter if it's the academy or the Corps. If it's to protect what I care about, I'll strive every day to get stronger and stronger. Not because becoming stronger to earn what you want is the way of a Jaeger, but because it's my way as an individual.
Well said, Fee.
And to think, somewhere in there is the girl whose hobbies include napping on benches out of sheer boredom.
Well, I'll be. Hard to believe how much that little pipsqueak from back then's grown.
The boss seems to have got his wish, although I doubt even he foresaw how far you would come.
So, what do you say? Show us you can flap with your own wings instead of just being coddled in the nest.
As for the rest of you, you can show us whether you have the strength to surpass us and step farther inside.
Gladly.
Commencing hostilities. Understood.
Bit too early there, but
Come on, then.
Let's see exactly what you got.
would you
My
stop giving me crits that I want to use? Do I have anything like strength-wise? Because it's that sort of thing. Like I've used several of them to get stuff sorted, so it's like, they're always giving me like that'll do.
Yeah!
So it's like
Delicious.
just stop giving me crits.
Witness the
'Cause then I'll
principle of
use them.
rating. Howl, Radiant Lion!
I swear, if you one-shot them, Laura, dear God.
Now this is getting interesting.
That was something.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna like these.
yeah, they're all right. This battle's over, by the way.
No problem.
Just so you know, it's over.
Here I go. Overdrive!
Just want to let you know that little aspect. Like the battle is done.
Hang in there.
You have my
Thank you.
thanks.
Of course.
Because we've won.
Now.
Stop giving me crits, game. Wait, don't give me crits, game, because I you know, some fights coming up later that I probably need them. So give them me later, not now. That's what I'd like. Goodbye, you two, and the javelins.
Impressive.
That was dumb.
Yep.
Nice shooting, Elisa. Together we're unbeatable.
Together, that was all Emma. Level up,
Did it!
getting stronger.
I feel stronger than.
A matter of course.
Done.
Exactly how it should be.
They're not known as some of the strongest Jaegers around for nothing.
What incredible power.
We may be enemies, but I can't help but be filled with admiration.
They're unbelievable.
Who'd have thought that a bunch of kids would be able to corner us like this?
This could be quite an enjoyable battle after all.
What?
Did we barely even harm them?
Black battle auras.
We can answer your question from earlier, but I'm afraid our contract forbids us from letting you go any farther.
We've got our pride as a Jaeger Corps, you know. So long as we live, you ain't taking a single step past us.
War cry.
I don't think I have a choice here.
We made it just in time. Shall we go on the offensive?
What?
Wait,
The hell?
Sure.
Sharon?
Captain Claire!
It's so wonderful to see you again.
I'm pleased to see everyone as well. It took some time to catch up to you.
Haha! Well, look who decided to show up.
The Severing Chains and the Icy Maiden. We couldn't pray to the goddess for two people more worthy of our time.
We'll handle them. Keep going.
Leave everything to us.
Thank you.
We appreciate your support.
I'm sure you two will hold your own just fine.
Take care, you two. Just be careful, okay?
The same to you, my lady.
Fee! The others in the Corps are doing just fine. They're acting separately from us right now, to bring back the boss.
What?
What?
Go onward. The next foe you face is the strongest of all. Don't let your guard down for even a second.
To bring back the boss. Huh. Name of the game, everyone. What did they mean by that? Like, we know other stuff from Cold Steel 3, obviously, but what did they mean by that? There's nothing more to go on there, it's just like, what did they mean by that? This is the third stratum of the castle. It's said to be the place where light and dark are always at odds with one another. We're going to need to be even more careful than before. Hey, is what they said bothering you? It would do. Anyone would be after hearing them say they were trying to bring back the boss. He's your adopted father, wasn't he? It doesn't make sense. You said he died a year ago in battle. That's right. He told you guys his title is the Jaeger King, but his full name was Rutger Klossel. And yeah, he and the War God both died in their duel. Sarah saw it happen too. See, this is the thing, I'm thinking maybe I should have brought Sarah along. I'll deny it bothers me, but we need to keep going. Right now, we need to settle things with Crow. And if you're certain, let's proceed. But will Captain Claire and Sharon be alright against them? Sure, they're managing just fine. And hello again, it's future me! That, I don't know what that means. I don't know why I said it like that, it's just very, very, very strange. Now, something I'm thinking of doing, by the way. I say thinking. Thinking basically in this regard means I'm going to do it, I just need time to do it, and like, you know. I'll get the time, don't worry. I want to go back and actually view that scene. I'm going to record it, I'm going to see what happens. Because I've made saves all over the place, I've just cut that out, you know. So I'm going to go back to a previous save. And I'm going to go through that scene again. With those two. With Fee and Sarah.
That one's gonna be a pain.
Because I do feel like the Sarah
one's
stuff's
strong.
going to come into play at some point. Like, there's a boss coming up soon that I'm very much like, Emma's there and like she interjects with a few points here and there. Now the boss coming up, I do have a theory I wanted to, well, it's not a theory, it's more a expansion on a theory in the talking point we had when we're on the Panticool. But that will be after the fight, and there'll be a time code because there will be Cold Steel 3 spoilers. So don't worry, but keep an eye out after the fight. There'll be a time code on the screen. So, usual stuff when we do that type of thing. And that'll be the last of me doing the whole recording after the fact sort of thing. So, it's like, yeah, that will be the last of future me! That sort of thing. I like this future me past me. That actually comes from a podcast called The Parapod. You got Barry Dodds on it. Good old Barry Dodds and Ian Boldsworth. It's just very... That's the best way of putting it. It's like... It comes up with this thing of like... It's like... it's a treat for future you. Just the idea of like you do stuff in advance to treat future you, and it's just that funny thing of like everybody does that, Barry. We just don't phrase it that way. But the future you, past me stuff, like, yeah, I like that aspect. It's a good way of describing things. It makes it simple and easy to understand. I'm sure I had a talking point a minute ago.
That should...
Ah, yes. It always happens, doesn't it? There's me showing off, by the way, like what happens when you don't go through the right one. Then I used a map to get through the rest. Because it's like, I don't want to keep fighting stuff here, you know. Just use the map. So it's like, I get the right one every time now. Like, boom, 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 we're done, sort of thing. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go do that alternate scene. Record it, but then after that I also... There's several things I need to actually get done before I feel like we're finished for now. I'm doing that in like bunny ears and stuff like that. You know, speech with quotations, that sort of thing. I need to get the alternate bonding scenes done that we had at Thor's. You know, because we've seen Toa's. Which we'll probably do similar to the bonding scenes we've done in the past. We'll do the girls and the boys, separate them or something like that. That feels a good way of doing it. I also need to get one more Imperial Chronicle out. That may be in the past from your point of view. Because I've recorded ahead. Because I needed to get ready for... Ray 0, Riser 2 is out from your point of view, which is a fantastic game, by the way. Absolutely love Riser 2. Like, it's just taking everything I liked about the first game and just made it better. How? Like, my God, you just made everything better. It's just lovely. Anyway, this is Cold Steel we're talking about. Yeah, so need to get the Imperial Chronicle done. And then I feel like I'm done until Azure. Yeah. And the plan very much was, like, once that came about, I would do Nuyuta. Obviously, that was going to be the plan, like I'd mentioned it previously.
It's my turn.
That we were going to do that. But then it was mentioned on Discord, you know who you are.
My turn.
That, by the way, you do know that Ys 9 is coming out in 2 weeks. I'm like, wait, what?
I can do this.
No, there's no release date. It's like, yeah, there is on PS4. What?
Now's our chance.
Got you.
Well, we need to do that then, don't we? So it's very much like... It changed my plans? But the question is, how much does it change my plans? Because... I mentioned this on Patreon, this idea of new schedule that we're trying, we're experimenting with going forward. And I like it so far. It's very much like... It started with Yakuza 7, like a dragon. And it's carrying on right now with Rise, where it's like 2 Rises, 2 Cold Steel. 2 Rises, 2 Cold Steel. 2 Rises, 2 Cold Steel. Every day, that's the pattern. Just keep that pattern of 2 Let's Plays, 2 parts a day. It's something I can keep a hold of, I can keep control of, like... I won't get burnt out or anything like that. It's like, it's doable, it's fine, it feels good, everything's great there. But, what happens when a 3rd game comes up that's being released? What happens then? Because that's the situation we're in. It was very much going to be like, in my head, I was going to get, like, Riser and Ray 0 out the way before Ys 9 came about. Because for me, it was going to be, like, later in spring, like March or something like that. Probably around the same time as Mass Effect comes out, which we will be doing, by the way. Yep. So what do we do? And this is what the idea was on Patreon if this circumstance ever came about. It would be... 1 Let's Play would have 2 parts, the 2nd Let's Play would have 2 parts, and the 3rd one would only have 1 a day. Because 5 is my, like, absolute limit of how much I can record.
This must be an external corridor.
You can see Heimdall outside.
I hope everyone's all right.
We need to fix all this, and soon.
I love that bit. I love how that looks, and like that sweeping view you have outside the city there. Well, outside the castle into the city. Just, it's so nice, so good.
There's a treasure chest.
But yeah,
close
so
by.
I'm thinking like... So we need to do 2, 2, and 1. So I don't get overrun with work, basically. The question is, which Let's Play should we do that with? What should be the 1? Now, I don't think it should be Ys 9. Ys 9, I think, should be 2. It's either going to be Riser or Ray 0, and there's only really one way of doing it, I feel, and that's based on views. Yeah, it's that sorry thing of like, I gotta do the YouTubery kind of thing, but if one's got more views, I should put that out first. Really? Like, try and build into that idea of like building like building the platform, blah, 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 YouTuber stuff, you know, that crap. I hate doing that stuff. It's horrible. I just want to play games and have fun and discuss them. That's literally why I have the channel. Like, you see how I am with theories and stuff like that. That's probably why I love this series so much. This one right here is because I can discuss the theories and stuff with you guys. It makes it so much more fun.
Here I go.
I love it. Absolutely love it. And it's like, this is why I thank you guys so much, because it's just, it's been so much fun. So much fun. I never thought, like, when partway through Cold Steel 1, I'd be back at this point, being like, coming back to record stuff, to talk about things and stuff like that. And making drama CDs and theories and all that. I never thought I'd be doing that. And I love that I do that. It's just great. It's like, again, it's like, thank you.
The good.
I know I've said that so many times at this point, but seriously, thank you. You've made this experience such a joy. And I can't thank you enough for that. This is what I want from YouTube. Anyway, the boss we've been waiting for is coming up. Over to past me.
Finally. That took way too long.
What is this I feel?
Oh yes. Let's go, 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 go. Oh, my CP up as much as I could and all that type of stuff. Like, just... Oh. Look at this room. Kind of reminds you of the mines of Moria.
Here we are.
Kind of makes sense when you think about it.
I think we're at the end of this stratum.
I feel as though we've just stepped into an ancient temple of some description.
Someone's here.
We all know you're there, so you can come right on out. McBurn the almighty conflagration.
And here comes the Balrog.
We saw each other at the Duke's fortress, right? Bet you're as psyched as I am to have been dragged out to a place like this.
You've got that right.
Not like there's anything stopping you from leaving. From what I've heard, Ouroboros lets its enforcers do whatever they want.
What do you mean, whatever they want?
I do recall Sharon saying something along those lines.
What a peculiar organization.
Well, I could, I guess. I've got about zero interest in anything you kids are fighting for. And I'm not Erebonian, so not like it matters to me who wins the war either. I've just got one order of business to take care of, then I'll be happy to get out of your faces.
What are you planning?
Rean Schwarzer.
You're planning Rean Schwarzer?
Get your Divine Knight in here.
What?
You can't be serious.
Are you planning on trying to defeat him all by yourself?
What?
But that's ludicrous.
That's exactly what I'm planning. Don't get me wrong, kinda curious about what your powers can do now. But I shouldn't need to hold back at all in a one-on-one against that giant hunk of metal. So come on, don't be shy. Hurry up and call him.
This is nuts.
Don't listen to him! Remember your battle with the Azure Awakener! You won't have that chance if you call him now!
Yeah, I know. You're strong. It's frighteningly clear how much your abilities are in a whole different league to the rest of us. I doubt there's anything in this world that it can't incinerate.
I feel the same way. I can only guess what you have is somehow connected to the divergent laws of Ouroboros.
Not another word, little lady.
No more words, please.
Well, you're right. Still want to try your luck against me?
That's right. I'd be a fool to think we can completely defeat you. But I have every reason to believe we can cleave open a path past you. On behalf of everyone who's ever placed their faith in us, we will overcome, no matter how strong a demon you are.
It would be an honor to test my blade against you.
As long as we're together, nothing will stand in our way.
Time to show you the full power of Zephyr's crafts.
If we turned around and ran here, we'd bring shame to the Academy.
I shall demonstrate all the pride the Alborea name has to offer.
I'll do all I can to suppress the power of his flames.
Okay. If that's how you want to do it. So let's knock it off with the tired one-liners and get down to business.
To defeat the Huns. Oh, sorry, that's a tired one-liner.
You can do all the talking you want after.
Don't be afraid. Class 7, our objective is to force our way past him. Make sure you all have combat links enabled. We're going to need them to stand a chance.
Understood.
Go on. Show me how hot you can make me.
Here I go.
I mean, it would be wise to link up, wouldn't it? Do we come out with spirit unification very quickly? I'm thinking yes.
My turn.
Your turn.
Come on.
Now!
An opening!
No, you don't!
It's cool, it's cool. Taking advantage of that, jumping straight on that. Good with Laura there.
My blade will cleave ignorance and light the way. Termination slash!
Come on.
Good.
Right.
Alright, so... Kinda want the heal, really.
Hang in there.
You have my
Thank you very much. It's my turn.
Well, taking advantage of it.
Witness the fruits of my
Comes about, I mean, we know it's McBurn. He's gonna be quite difficult.
Radiant Lion!
Well, at least you got some bite to go with your bark.
I'm throwing it out. Like, while he's still got spirit unification. It's like, why would I not?
Termination slash!
Come on.
It's my turn.
That it is. It's like, Not throwing out the Zaran powder for this. Lost Eden is something I would want, but... I'm gonna go with healing up... Rean.
Now!
Thanks! Turn to ash!
I'm sorry, everyone.
Eesh.
Unforgivable.
My turn!
Need to get her back up, because that's part of my plan is her being alive, so...
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, god damn
No
it.
problem.
Yes. No. What I want is a linky there. Overdrive.
Here I go. Overdrive!
Right, so this will work nicely for us because if we throw that out, we'll get a heal. And we'll resurrect Rean.
You have my
Thank you
Lovely.
very much. Here I go.
There you go with the Lost Eden. I wish I could have buffed you a bit more, but... This might be enough. If it's not, we're going for Laura's S-Craft with the CP, etc. Don't know what else we'd do it with, but you know. Alright, so, Blessed Arrow. That's what I was referring to.
Hang in there!
You have my thanks.
Thank you very much.
Witness the fruits of my training.
Hopefully that's enough.
Howl, Radiant Lion!
Got him. Got him.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Evil will fall before my blade.
Ooh. Cool.
I did it!
I'm so glad. I feel stronger than.
That should suffice.
Done.
Exactly how it should.
B.
His strength is immense.
He isn't known as one of the strongest in Ouroboros for nothing.
And a whole different league is right.
Damn, this is good. Looks like you guys will do just fine.
Those flames around him.
Who cares what Abyss and Steel have planned? I've been struggling to find someone ever since that idiot Luve went and kicked it. I can't wait to see how much I have to turn up the heat to take you kids out.
What? How?
Is this some kind of bad dream? This is what you meant by all of you? Get out of the way!
He really is the blazing demon.
His power's beyond comprehension.
Can he even be defeated by human hands?
He's just like the flame demon in ancient legend.
Hold on a minute.
I don't like doing it, but it's better than us all dying here. Heed my call! Valor!
That won't be necessary.
It begins!
Take this! Shining Phoenix Slash!
Oh, Viscount Arcade.
Father!
I see I arrived not a moment too soon. I'm proud of you for withstanding his assault like that.
Your lordship!
It's Laura's dad.
Thank goodness you're here.
Thank you so much for coming.
The Radiant Blade Master, Victor S. Arcade. How could I forget there was always one guy around here worth my time? Well, no matter how skilled you might be, your sword isn't going to be enough to defeat me. But you don't need me to tell you that, right?
What?
Is that a sword?
It's a sword from a higher plane. No, it's...
That sword shouldn't be able to exist in this world.
It's called the demonic sword Angbar. It was paired with the sword Kernviter that Luve used way back when. But the two of us go so well together that it ends up looking a little more something like this.
Does it have the evil eye on it?
Black flames?
All right. You ready to get started? Even if it's so damn obvious you're not gonna win. Not with my power.
This is the thing, like, McBurn's eyes here look a bit like the evil eye. A little bit.
How naive.
Me?
The Galan Jarl.
No blade could be more worthy of this duel than the one wielded by my ancestor.
Power is but an extension of oneself. And what is a sword if not power wrought in steel? I can't deny that your unnatural power far surpasses what I can call forth. But ultimately, it's not the might of one's blade, but will and strength of spirit that decide the battle. And so they shall, here and now!
Have it your way! Your will is just one more thing I can burn to cinders. Together with your sword and that wing of light around it!
Ha! Don't make me laugh!
It's as if I'm watching a clash between entire armies.
I don't think there's any weapon in the army with that much power.
If we stay here any longer, we're only going to get caught up in their fight.
We have no place in a battle between those who transcend the limits of ordinary humans.
Biased much?
Go now! There are more important matters for you to take care of.
So like, oh, my father transcends humans.
Now's our chance. Let's get to the elevator.
All right.
I'd love to see that fight play out. Name of the game, everyone. I thought my heart was gonna stop. You're telling me? I'm not sure. I would have gotten out of there alive if not for Viscount Arcade. I hope he's alright. Blazing Demon is unsurprisingly apt. Yes, indeed. There's no reason to worry for my father's safety. He's not one to be bested no matter how inhuman his foe may be. He opened this path for us. All we can do is use it to reach our destination. Yeah, you're right. Roger. Lloyd! We are getting this far to a lot of people. Can't afford to let them down. This should be the castle's highest floor. If it is, it'll lead us to an area called the Vermilion Throne at the top. Guessing that's where Crow and Vita are waiting for us. Alright then. Looks like the path up there is just a straight shot to the top. We're almost there. Keep your guards up till the very end. Right. Of course. Alright. Understood. Naturally. I expected a yeah. Now I want to throw in a little bit of discussion here that will cover like Cold Steel 3 spoilers and stuff like that, so jump to this time code if you want to avoid that. So,
here we go.
It very much comes back to what we were talking about when we were on the Pantagruel in part 38, I believe. I'm talking about how like McBurn has a different nature to Rean, that idea of what we were talking about in that. And it's very much that case to me of like, yeah, if they're different natures, and he's like divergent laws and all that type of stuff as it was just going on about, and as Emma was going on about, it would then therefore mean that Rean, if he's different, But it's something foreign, as how it was described in the comments of that part, because that's where this sort of like this talking point came from, is from the comments. If he's different, if he's almost opposite, that would mean Rean is actually part of Zumerian's natures, which would imply his power actually comes from something from Zumeria, which would therefore actually imply
stay focused.
Septarian. Maybe the Septarian of Steel. In some regard, his ogre power is from Steel. It's that sort of idea of what's going on. What bolstered that was another comment as part of that discussion, was that idea of like, there can't necessarily be a fragment in his chest of something. Because as he was growing, that would have been something he would have noticed. It would have been a thing. It would have pinched or stabbed inside his chest. He would have noticed if there was a thing there. So the idea is very much that it's not something physical. It's actually something metaphysical? Like something else, which
no problem.
Would imply it's potentially something again to do with what's going on with his heart. It may all come back to this idea of something to do with the Divine Knights, and that's also part of why he can have Valimar and all that sort of thing.
Perhaps we should retreat.
Yeah, I got wiped out here. I kind of needed to redo that because it didn't go too well, is the best way of putting this. But I want to know your thoughts on that. So it's very much like summing up. My mind is very much in that idea of, I don't think Rean has something inside his chest, but whatever happened to his chest in regards to the heart situation left like a lingering image sort of thing, a connection to Steel, possibly through the Divine Knights. And that's what I'm getting there. That's where he's getting his power from.
A matter.
Because it is that sort of like, yeah, his nature is different. It's like, it implies that it's Septarian in nature. It's like something of, like, because this is the thing, if it's divergent laws is McBurn, then it would be laws, if that makes sense, like natural laws, which would be Rean. And it is like the best example of natural laws within this world is the Septarians.
That's gonna be a pain. Careful.
That's what makes sense to me. So it's like, yeah. So yeah, again, this is what I like about like discussing these things with you guys, because it's, you have these little discussions down in the comments, but it's like, I needed to bring this up, and it feels appropriate based on who we just fought and all that type of stuff. It's like, it's McBurn. What do you need? Anyway, back to past me, who's going to ask questions about these big statues. So what are these big statue things about? That's my question at this point.
There's another elevator.
That must lead us to the castle's highest point, the Vermilion Throne. What should we do?
The only thing we can do. This marks the end of our investigation. We can't go onward with just us, though. We need to call the others. Class 7's only truly complete when all of us are together. It wouldn't be right to have them wait downstairs while we finish things up.
Of course.
Naturally.
Agreed. No matter the outcome, our journey ends here.
It's tempting to feel nostalgic about how far we've come at this point, but that can wait until we're celebrating our victory.